Today's May 25th. By popular demand, I'm making a video essay on the written essay and the origins of it on conspiracy identification theory, the basic psychosociology of criminal behavior. It was written as an introduction to a textbook on criminal behavior. I don't know if it ever made it into anything. I never saw it anywhere. It should have. We'll spend about 40 seconds looking at the essay. It's only 3 pages. In case you want to copy it and read it and don't have a copy somewhere. I was living in Marymount at the time with a bunch of sock puppets around pretending to live in the neighborhood. It's kind of like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with all the people popping in from fairyland and doing same old, except it was lamer. One of the guys looked exactly like Warren Buffett. Well, not exactly, but almost. Had kind of the Warren Buffett demeanor, a giant basset hound, and was pals with Joe Kavanaugh, who lived next door. This is a number 4, obviously. And one day he walked past the house with the dog, because I was, I don't know, raking or shoveling snow. I can't even remember. It was January of 2011. And he was wearing an FBI hat. It said FBI on it. And I said, "Were you in the FBI?" He said, "Yes, I was." I said, "Good, because, you're not supposed to really wear that hat unless you were." Well, I was, and I was also a security guard at Eastern Nazarene College, which is right down the road. He had a really nice house on Norton Street, so the story went, on the salary of an FBI agent and an Eastern Nazarene security guard. Times were different once, right? Just mismatches and fake storylines. Oh, he was super FBI everything, and he, of course, knew things about me because he had connections with the FBI. Well, I was standing there, going to arrest me or what? It was like Bill Barr talking to Nancy Pelosi one day. It's the same kind of thing. I hadn't been doing a lot of uh, thematic writing, except in my field notes, which I kept log as I went through every day. But I hadn't written a topical one. I didn't think this was my first one, and I decided to make it for public consumption, because most of what I had was for private consumption, obviously. Well, not private consumption, but classified consumption. So I decided to write something for public consumption. And I wrote an essay that turned out to be, I think, the 42 rules for how to run a successful conspiracy, and what that means in terms of criminal psychology and basic profiling that criminal organizations did. Because crime is usually not a one guy or two guy thing, or women too these days, especially. Um, it's usually an organized endeavor, or was for many, many years. And like a business, you got to hire people, train them, and put them in the field and have them commit crimes. Um, and we had the 42 ways a federal agent could identify a conspiracy by looking at things. And I think we came to the conclusion that J. Edgar Hoover knew 5 of them, and he knew a lot. I think that was the number. I don't know, I haven't looked at the essay in a while. Anyway, the genesis was I got really ticked off at some pompous ass who looked like Warren Buffett wearing an FBI hat, not noticing the city of Boston was empty while he was pretending to live on Norton Street, which was a little fancier even than my neighborhood. And one of the reasons I wrote the essay, obviously, was because I figured I might be able to use it someday as an entree to talk to somebody to get to the other side. Well, I'm not officially on the other side yet. The essay's been out for 9 years. Nobody even said, "Hey, good job." I don't want to hear that ever. Flattery will get you flattened. That's half of the palace motto. Remember that. Anyway, that's it. Short story.